If you're a digital marketing agency offering SEO, website design, Google Ads, social media ads, video production, ad creatives, or any other revenue generating digital marketing service, in this video, I'm going to show you how over 50 other agencies just like yours have been signing 1 to 5 new clients for those very same services consistently every month. For example, Bradley Benner, who tripled his agency's MRR within 6 months of using the system, signing 5 new clients in his first month. Stephen Gardner from Husky Tail Digital, who signed 3 new clients within his first 5 weeks of implementing this. And this system has been proven to work not just for 1, 2, 5, 10, but for 50 different marketing agencies with actual video proof. So we know that this system works across industries. Take Ben Edwards from Context West, for example. That's an agency based in Denver. They sign clients from IT, cybersecurity, hardware, construction, consulting, or Cyril, who serves hospitality and travel industries, or this other agency that was targeting tree care service providers. They signed 5 new $3,500 a month SEO clients in 4 months. Or this Texas-based agency that signed plumbers and restoration companies, 3 deals in the last 12 weeks. Or this agency targeting doctors, moving companies, RV parks. They booked 65 sales calls in 13 weeks. They're based in Jacksonville, Florida. And we have a bunch of these on here, right? But I don't want to make this video just to prove to you the system works. You can go to our website. There's almost 30 video interviews with all of these agency owners. Feel free to watch those. But the point here is the system that I'm going to show you just now, and I'm not going to hold anything back, it will work for you as long as you have a track record of getting results for your clients. Whatever industry your agency serves, we've probably already run campaigns for it and know exactly what messaging gets them to respond and have proven whether or not the system works for you. Now, the best part is when we're doing all of this, especially for these clients that I mentioned, we're doing everything. So you literally just wake up to your sales calls in your calendar, you show up, you close. How does all of this work, right? Now, the first thing that you must be thinking of when I say that, and I completely get it, lead gen has a terrible reputation. We've all heard of horror stories. Maybe you even try a lead gen, cold outreach, different types of lead gen yourself, and it did not work. And here's why it didn't work, because most agencies struggle with one of 3 things. They either don't book enough calls, or they get unqualified leads, or the leads that they end up booking, they just don't attend calls. They end up no showing. And we've built a process that fixes all 3 of these problems. Here's how that works, right? I'm going to walk you through everything. Here's how that works. Step 1, you go and find businesses that look exactly like your best clients. This is why I said you need to have a track record of getting results for your client. Now, when people say, okay, you know what, I need to go find businesses, most people just use Apollo or LinkedIn and, just end up reaching out to the same leads that everybody else in the world is reaching out to. What we do with our system is we have in-house web crawlers that scrape over 8 million websites every day. This includes Google Maps, this includes Yelp, this includes NPI data for doctors, this includes AACA websites, socials, hundreds of niche directories, industry-specific directories. And we do all of this to be able to find contact information that is not for businesses that are not being bombarded with emails. Right. So step 1 lets you get in front of people who are not being constantly pitched marketing services in their inbox. So lower competition markets. This helps you solve the problem of not getting enough leads or bad fit leads because you're already reaching out to leads that are in the right industry and that are not being hounded by your competition. Step 2, once you get in front of them, you show them the results you've gotten for other businesses just like theirs. Now we do this using 2 tools. One is we use AI not to write our copy. We do not use AI written emails. Instead, we have our AI agents go to the prospect's website, go to your potential customer's website, crawl that website, and then categorize them, match them with one of your current customers so that we can tell them relevant things that they would love to hear that would convince them to choose you. Then we obviously have a lot of data from running these campaigns for other agencies like yours, which allows us to replicate those frameworks, give it your unique personal touch, and use them without having to waste time experimenting or figuring things out from scratch. So now this again solves the problem of you not getting enough leads or your leads not closing. Remember, I told you everything we're doing, we're trying to solve these 3 problems. So here we're solving the problem of you not getting leads and your leads not closing. Step 3 is once you've gotten in touch with these businesses, once you have their interest, we qualify them before we let them book on your calendar. And I'll show you what the qualification looks like. So this is a screenshot from our Slack channel for one of our clients. And, anytime we book someone on a call, we ask them 2 questions. One is we ask them if they are comfortable with a minimum amount of investment, right? So in this case, that's $1,500 for this client. The second question we ask them is, are you able to make a decision? When do you want to move forward with something like this? So we confirm budget and urgency for every lead that gets booked on your calendar. And then you get some leads that say, no, they cannot invest that much. You get some leads that say yes. Anyone that says no, you cancel the call. You save yourself the hassle, the time spent on that call. So every lead that shows up on your calendar, you know they are qualified. They've been pre-qualified for budget and for urgency. Step 4 is these calls obviously are booked directly on your calendar. So our salespeople, they call these prospects, they email them, they coordinate everything to make sure the appointment goes directly to your calendar. And step 5 is nurturing these prospects before they attend the call and manually texting and calling them to ensure they attend the appointment. I'm not talking about Calendly text, talking about a human being actually picking up the phone, calling them on the day of the appointment, letting them know, hi, are you still okay to meet with John at 2 p.m. today? And that drastically improves show-up rates, right? So because we're doing all of this, like we're covering all the bases. So we're making sure our leads are qualified, making sure they have the money to spend, making sure your time doesn't become a bottleneck, making sure your leads attend sales calls, making sure you get enough leads. So this makes the system leak-proof, right? And that's why our clients get 10 to 30 sales calls every month, and they end up closing 15 to 25% of those sales calls. Now, what does this look like in practice? So here's the full workflow that we implemented for one of our clients. Feel free to pause the video, screenshot this if you want, but this is what we were doing for them. And again, when we work with any agency, we customize this for your target market. But in this case, we were running email, phone calls, and LinkedIn for them. So that's the workflow we were using. So that's the whole system in a nutshell. I want to keep this video super brief, so I'm not going to dive into too much detail here. But quick recap, 5-step process: find businesses that look exactly like your best clients, reach out to them over email and phone. So cold email, cold calls, qualify them before they book calls on your calendar, nurture them so they show up ready to buy, and then you show up to the call, close the deal. Now, I don't need to say a lot, like this is just numbers. We've been doing this for the last 5 years. I've worked with over 50 plus agencies. These numbers speak for themselves. Now, here's the whole system end to end. This is the workflow. Now, when it comes to execution, this is an example workflow that we put together for a client. Feel free to pause the video, take a screenshot if you want. For this particular agency, we were running email, phone calls, and LinkedIn, all 3 channels. So this is what the outreach will look like for them. This could be very different if you were doing this for you, depending on your offer and your target industry. And, that's the whole system in a nutshell. So again, we've done this across several different agencies, and that is why I'm so confident that this is going to work for a business like yours if you are selling the services I mentioned in the beginning, and if you have a track record that we can leverage. So this has been proven to work for over 50 agencies. Feel free to check out our website, post for the testimonials if you want. Right now, we send over 2 million monthly cold emails. Last year, we were chosen as being among the top 1 percentile of agencies running outbound campaigns. We recently received this plaque also from OpenAI for crossing 1 billion tokens in AI analysis. So we're doing this at scale for a lot of people. Now, if you want us to implement something like this for you, now, if you're still asking yourself, does it really work? Feel free to go to our website, check out the testimonials. Now, if you want us to implement all of this for you and just send you 10 to 30 qualified sales calls every month, go to hyperkey.com/chat, book a call, and you'll speak to myself or someone from our team. I'll see you in the next one. And I hope to see you soon.